scary videos. I used to check these out every single day, like 4 years ago, bro. Yo, this used to creep me out so much. So we're gonna check it out, bro. We're gonna check it out. Wait, wait. All right, all right. No, wait. Which one is it? All right, this one. Let's go with this one first. Let's go.
This happened when I was 17 years old. It's been nearly 2 years since my girlfriend
Yo, these videos are such a vibe, bro.
broke up with me, and I was very chewed up about it on
Damn,
the
bro.
inside. I've called her several times, but it always went to voicemail. I've tried texting her on
That's tough,
Messenger
bro.
since, ironically, we were friends on Facebook, but still, not a single response. As the weeks went by, I became very devastated and was worried that I'd never find love again. My brother told
Damn.
me to just forget about my ex-girlfriend and that it was time for me
For real, bro. Move on, bro. Move on, bro.
to move
Move
on.
on.
He introduced me to this app called Tinder, which he said was great for online
Yo, chat, have y'all checked out Tinder, bro? I've never checked out Tinder ever in my life, bro.
dating. I was
Ever.
very familiar with online dating, but never actually done any of it, because there was no way that I even felt like hooking up with some random person I met online. But I figured it couldn't hurt to try it out, so I decided to
I
give
feel
it a
you, bro. I
shot.
feel you.
After I finished setting up my account and was done creating my profile, I just started randomly
Nah, but
liking a few
that's
of the girls that I thought were
yo.
pretty.
Those ads be real
I'm not
dangerous,
picky.
bro.
I just wanted to
They be
make
real
sure that I found
dangerous.
the right girl for me. A few weeks later,
Take a
I
catfish
already
your ass.
received my first match on Tinder. Her name was Robin. She had blue hair, freckles, and beautiful amethyst
Robin.
purple lips.
Robin, more like Raven.
According to her profile, she had the same
More like
interests
Raven.
to the stuff I was into, and was even around the same age as me.
Damn.
Even better, she lived in the same town as me. By the way, I live in Memphis, Tennessee. We started having a friendly group
Word.
chat on Tinder,
Okay.
which was going well. Her message
You
said,
may not wait. You may not know me, but we went to the same
"You
high
may
school.
not know me, but we went to the same high school."
What?
I replied, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah, I was always the quiet one at the back of class. Anyways, I think you're really cute. We should hang out sometime." I agreed and asked her to where she wanted to hang out,
I would have been like, huh, never seen you ever.
where to meet her,
Never seen
and
you
what
in my
time
life,
I
bro.
should be there. She said we'd hang out at her place and meet her at the park tomorrow night at around
No,
9
my
p.m.
gosh, she's
I
as.
accepted.
All right, we gotta immerse. All right, we gotta immerse. Let's immerse. God damn.
I got to the park that night at around 9 p.m. sharp. I didn't call her because I didn't want to sound too desperate. Some time passed, and I finally decided to call her to no response. I also tried texting her to no avail as well. It was around 9:30 p.m. There was still no sign of her, and I was beginning to grow impatient. I was starting to think
And
that
she ain't
maybe
show up.
she wasn't going to show up at all.
Damn.
I sighed and said, "I knew this was too good to be true.
I'm like,
She's not
oh
even here."
brother.
Screw it. I'm going home. I can't believe I came out here this late for nothing. Oh well, so much for online dating. I was about to start my walk home,
Bummer.
and suddenly, I saw a black convertible pull up to my location. The car stopped right in front of me,
Yo,
and
what?
the window rolled down, revealing a creepy-looking old man who was probably in his mid-30s.
God damn.
He gazed at me with a weird smile
Hey, yo.
and asked, "You going somewhere, kid?" I responded, "Yeah,
White people.
I'm just headed home." He asked me why I was out there this late. And
It's a
told me
joke.
that I was
Relax.
supposed
It's
to
a
meet
joke.
someone, but it seemed like she wasn't going to show up. He said, "Oh, you must be waiting for my daughter." The man, by the name of Jeff, introduced himself to me as Robin's father, and said that Robin has told him a lot about me. He told me that Robin couldn't meet me at the park because she remembered that was the night she had to go to a slumber party with her friends, and she forgot to cancel. He told me she wouldn't be home
That's
until
sus, bro.
11
That's
o'clock,
sus, bro.
and that's when I knew my night was a
That's
bust.
suspect.
He apologized and offered to give me a ride home.
Nah.
I knew it was going to take too long for me to walk, so I accepted. It was going to be a long drive, but luckily I knew all the shortcuts to my house. I told him where I lived and how to get there as I got into the car.
No, bro. Why would you? Okay.
After a few minutes, I was feeling tired from being out so late, so I closed my eyes for just a few short seconds and dozed off. Not long afterward, I awoke. Feeling a little drowsy, I rubbed my eyes and realized that I was still in the car. I asked the man where we were, as this wasn't the usual route to my house. He
Yo.
said, "Relax, kid, this is a shortcut. We're almost there." I asked where we were going, and then he looked at me with some sinister grin on his face and
Nah,
just shut.
I would have been out, bro. I would have been out.
I felt my heart almost explode out of my chest as he did that. I looked down and saw a handgun sticking out of his jacket pocket. I put two and two together and realized what was happening.
Jeez.
I told him, "Let me out now!" He responded, "No." Then, he put his foot on the accelerator, speeding up the car. I tried to
Yo.
get out, but he had already put the child lock on. It seemed hopeless. I was trapped. There was no way out. To make matters worse, we were driving through a forest area with no cell service. I couldn't even call for help. But I just had to get out. As soon as the car started to slow down, I stabbed him in his shoulder with a pocket knife that I found on the floor.
Oh wow. W move. W.
He screamed in pain as I was able to turn
W
off
move.
the child lock, unlock the door, and run as fast as I could into the woods. While I was running, I could hear multiple gunshots being fired at me,
Oh,
but
D.
luckily,
What?
not a single one hit me.
What?
I never looked back because I had the fear of the man chasing me at the back of my mind. I dove behind a tree and hid under a bush. I heard the man yelling, "You can't hide from me! I will find you!" I covered my mouth with my hands and held my breath, trying not to make a sound. Everything was silent for a while, until I saw the man was looking for me with a flashlight. He flashed it past me multiple times. When I heard his footsteps going deeper into the woods, that's when I knew the coast was clear.
Yeah, we
I
out.
ran, using the flashlight on my phone to help navigate me through the dark and scary woods. In hindsight, I knew that was a stupid move considering the situation. I could hear the leaves crunching and the twigs snapping as I ran, which
Yeah.
would also
You're making too much noise,
give
bro.
away my position. When the crunching and snapping
Brody
got
making too
louder,
much noise.
I looked behind me and my heart dropped when I saw that the man was chasing me. I ran as fast as I could with the man hot on my tail,
Yo.
firing every single last live round he had in his gun. But thankfully, the shots missed again. "There's nowhere for you to hide," he said. I thought I was going to die, until I heard the man trip over something, and I was able to get away unharmed. I kept running until I was out of the woods and back onto the road. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be seen.
Nice.
Which means I
Nice.
lost him. I sighed in relief, and then I saw a red car driving down the road. I was able to wave it down and told the driver that I was kidnapped and almost killed by some crazy man.
Oh, imagine it was the girl, bro.
Woods.
Yo, that would have been.
It took a lot of begging,
That would have been
but
crazy.
the driver finally gave me a ride to the police station, and I told the cops everything. Unfortunately, I didn't get the man's tag number, but I gave the police a clear description. After the police had run a search, they told me that he didn't even have a daughter, and that they've been trying to catch this guy for months.
Whoa.
As it turns out, he's wanted in
Catfish.
several countries for the kidnappings of multiple teenagers and young men. How I managed to escape him is a miracle. The officers kindly gave me a ride home, and I didn't tell anyone what happened except my brother.
Several years ago.
Bro, stop giving me
I
ads.
found out the truth about
The man was never found, nor was he ever caught.
Damn.
And they say he's still out there, even to this day.
You
Which
did,
scares
bro.
me the most. What's even worse is that I stupidly gave him my address, so who knows
Oh,
if he might
come
try
on, bro. Come on.
to kidnap me again. Needless
You're
to say,
whack.
my days of using Tinder weren't over after that. The whole incident just made me a lot more cautious from there on out.
Yeah, bro. I do not use those apps, bro. Hell no. Hell no, bro. Let's check out another one. Why not, bro? Why not? Let's check out another one. This one is True Gas Station Horror Story. Hey, you got the merch too?
One
Okay.
night last summer, two of my friends,
Oh, I forgot
Sam
to
and
put
Jake,
freaking.
convinced me
Okay,
to sneak
I'll
out
put it.
with them and drink. We were all bored, just looking for something to do.
Wait, well, hold up. Let me put the subtitles options. Put that 100. Yeah. And then let me see.
We decided to go for a walk to a local gas station that was open 24 hours a day. The walk there was pretty uneventful. We talked about random topics and drank a couple of beers. Once we
Okay.
got to the gas station, Jake had to use the bathroom. When he was in the bathroom, there was a dirty, sketchy guy in there. Jake struck up a conversation with this guy. It was pretty normal, except when the guy asked why he was out so late and if he was by himself. Jake brushed it off as the guy was just trying to tell him to stay safe. We bought some snacks and we noticed the guy following us around.
Nah.
He was talking to someone on his phone. We left soon after, and on the way back, we sat on the side
Where's
of the
your
road
car?
and talked for a while as we drank some more. It was pitch black by now because there are no street lights in the area. We saw a car coming down the road, which was no big deal. We sneak out pretty often, and we've never had any real problems. Cars usually just drive by. This time was different. The car spun around
Why I
onto
drifted
the
like
road
that?
and pulled up right next to us on the
The
street, and two guys got out. We ditched the beers, got up, and sprinted down the street.
Yeah,
Jake
we
and
out.
I hid behind an RV, while Sam hopped a fence. The two men looked dirty, like they hadn't showered in days. We watched the two guys for a little while, which is when we noticed that one of them had a gun in his hand. They looked in our direction for a few minutes before they got back into their car and
Oh,
drove
that.
off.
Yeah.
Jake and I looked for Sam, but we couldn't find him, so we decided to head back home. We thought we had lost them, but on the way back we turned a corner, and those same guys were sitting in the car, waiting there. We ran through the alleyways and backyards until we lost them. Every few minutes, we saw the car driving slowly down a street or alleyway in the distance, and we would hide. Eventually, we made it back, and Sam messaged to tell us that he got followed by a different car, but he made it home safe. It's been almost a year since that night. We're always more cautious when we go out, and Sam
Damn.
still has nightmares.
Yeah, that really be
about what we did.
traumatizing you, man.
I don't know for sure if
Yeah,
the guy
man.
from the bathroom had anything to do with it, but we believe that he somehow connected to it.